Hello, welcome to episode 22 of MineTrek Down, and yep, the hull is done. It took a long time to gather up all the iron and to place it. Thank you to Random Things for their wonderful wand. I went ahead and used Project Red illumination for the nacelles. I was going to go with Mariculture's neon red, but I couldn't find anything, and this world is so horribly corrupted. It's got chunk airs everywhere. Outside of the fog zone here, it's really bad. I'm really just bummed out about how bad the world looks. Anyways, the only thing I don't like about Project Red is from a distance one side turns off, but I think that's more or less a graphics kind of a thing, but from the side they both look pretty good. I get a little too far away, you'll see what I'm saying. One of them will like darken on us, which looks kind of odd, but see it? And it just happened. And she lightens all back up again. But yep, there she is. She's good to go. Now I just got to start laying out the interior. I still have those purple splotches on the bottom there. I'm probably going to change those color-wise, or do something with them, but I haven't figured out what, so I went and left them there just for guidance kind of a thing to remind me. There are still a little few areas like here and there that I'll have to go and polish up, but overall, you know, like up there and down there, I'll get those fixed here real quick here, but only take a second, but I'll do that off recording. Anywho, yeah, pretty happy. I was touring the MineTrek forums, MineTrek.net Dynamap page, and I came across the ship is actually on the server. Kind of blew me away. I didn't realize it was on the server, and well, it's done on the server. I'm going to take it a different direction than they did on the server. I will borrow some ideas from, because Mad Squirrel and the other people that worked on it did a really nice job on that ship. I gotta say, I just kind of like, oh darn, but damn, nice, good job, folks. I'm going to turn on my HUD here and grab my trusty little switch router wand and my block of 64. That's literally all the iron I have in the game. That's what you just saw. That's it. No more. It's all gone. Used it all in this build. Let's fix this one first, and then we'll come up here, and now it's done. Yay! Yay! What I'll do now between episodes is I'll figure out where I want to put my landing gear. That's odd. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, it's the same. I think I'm going to put the landing gear actually right here. Now, the Mad Squirrel guys, or the guys on MineTrek, they did a really nice landing gear idea, and I was originally going to put it here and go with a like an aircraft rolling kind of landing gear, where it basically comes up and folds like that, kind of like in an L shape, but well, more like a C pattern, as it kind of comes down like that. Well, a reverse C pattern. But I realized that the piston idea, the standard, you know, tube down idea, might work better with this mod pack than not. So I'll explore with it. Not a lot else has gone on since then. My main focus has been on this. Of course, in the last episode we had a nice little reactor crash. Let's go see if it crashes on us, shall we? Actually, first thing I want to do is take the iron. I've already converted a couple of these chests by accident into iron and lost everything that was in them. I was very upset. So, anyways, here's the big reactor. It shouldn't crash, but we burned up all of our power because I'm charging all these big cells here. I spent some time setting up a digital miner. A lot of people don't understand how those work, so let me do one real quick here. I'll just kind of set it up. There is absolutely no ores around here. I've already mined. Well, there might be over here someplace. I may have not gotten them all, but Take the leg spike. I've also made the jump to Fraps away from OBS, and the reason for that, of course, is that Fraps is a lot more friendly for recording than OBS turned out to be. A couple of things you're going to want with your digital miner is a power source. Usually these ultimate energy cells work really well, but you can power it pretty much with anything. So I'm going to grab some power lines. We're going to want a chest for our stuff to go into, and I'm willing to bet I put all that already in the mechanism bag, and that's why I had the mechanism bag out. Let's go check that out. Nope, but there's my other digital miner. I made a couple more digital miners, by the way. I think I made 2 more. I could have swore I made 2 more digital miners. Well, maybe I only made 1. Huh, no, I did. I made 2 more. So I'm missing a digital miner somewhere. Well, that's rather alarming. What do I do with my other digital miner? Yeah, I guess I'll have to figure out what happened to my other digital miner. Anyways, and you'd need a chest. Obviously, color pattern match chest. That's another thing. I took down the other digital miner, so I should have all of its parts. All of its parts should already be in my mechanism bag, and they're not in there. That has me worried, because I know I took down the other digital miner. Oh, please tell me this didn't twerk out again on us. That's one thing about this mod pack, or any mod pack, that really just chaps my hide, is every now and then they wig out and you lose all. Maybe it's in tools. You lose all. I know it's not in tools. You lose everything. No, it was definitely in the mechanism pack. I took it all down. I had all my power strips and all my oh wait, I may have already set it back up somewhere else. That might be what I did with it. I gotta remember. No, I didn't set it up anywhere else. Yeah, it's gone. Damn it. That's really frustrating. That is really, really frustrating. Anyways, you're going to need a transport pipe or 2. Obviously, you're going to need a phonemic thing so you can turn them on. And what you do is you lay down your digital miner, and you go ahead and set up your transport system here by going to the back, well, shifting it and adding that. Then your phonetic type, or if I can pronounce that, I'm going to try this thing and get it out of your way. Right click on it, set it to send, and grab your trusty old crescent hammer, omni wrench, whatever. So now when this is set to auto eject, it's going to go through this tube rather slowly into this. Now there are faster tubes out there that can handle the volume. I haven't explored them yet, but I've seen videos where they're out there. Anyways, at this point you can have external power, you know, come up to the digital miner, and these would probably lead off to your power source like solar or wind or gas or hydrogen, whatever, or even lava or whatever. But this thing, this burns a lot of energy. What I usually do is I have like 5 of these ultimate cubes, and I stick them on here as a buffer, and then I stick 1 into the system. I go ahead and hit configure, and you can set the radius to 64, but it's going to snap back to 32 no matter what. The maximum is your height. I always set the minimum to 1, so it's above bedrock, and I set the maximum to usually right below where I'm standing. In this case it's 75. I can go higher, so, but I'll go back to configure and I'll set it to like 74, and then we'll go ahead and go back, and you just, you know, ore detection, and I think it's star, whoops, maybe I got it wrong there, star ore, ores, star, oh, ore, pretty sure it said star. It's been a while since I've set one of these up. No. See if that works. Bingo. Ore dictionary. Delete. Everything in the ore dictionary now, as I just typed in ore with the stars, okay, the machine will, detect it now. And in this case, it's not going to take anything. I'll hit start. Now you can turn on Silk Touch. You can turn on reset, or not turn on, but anyways, auto eject. We want that to make sure that's on. Pull. If you use pull, you can put a chest up here, and what the machine will do is it'll pull from whatever's in that chest, and you can put like dirt or candles right here, and you fill the chest full of those. Every block that it pulls, well, look at that, 9830 blocks. It will replace those blocks with whatever you have set for pull. Now I'll go ahead and just let this run. All it's going to do is fill this empty ender chest up here, and then it'll fill up its own internal inventory here, and so forth. Now I don't have Silk Touch on, and I don't have this thing set to no speeds or anything else increases in it or anything else like that. But in the mechanism thing, I have like 8 speed upgrades and 8 energy upgrades, so that'll help it, but it'll also burn through the power a lot more. And you can look on using any ion as to how to get these. They're pretty straightforward to make. But with these, your power consumption is going to go through the roof. I think the machine will hold a total of 9, so 8 plus 1 is 9. Bingo, she's full up on those. Now see, I'm all stressed out. I got to go find what happened to the other ones, because that was a lot of, that was all my hydrogen producers, all my everything was all tied to that. So I'll go look for it, and we're almost there. We're getting close. I only plugged these things in about a minute before I started recording, so the whole time that we've been talking, plus 1 minute, is about how long those have been charging. So this reactor is really good at charging. I'm sure there are better reactors out there, but this one's doing a really nice job. But anyways, that's pretty much how the digital miner works. Again, you would just hook this up to any of your power sources. It could be thermal, expansion, magma engines or whatever, or dynamos, and then you feed those with lava from the nether or wherever. But I usually use Mechanism to power Mechanism, just the way I am. That's the way I roll. Anyways, I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.